Hi, I'm Scott Engel, Managing Director of RotoExperts.com, here with Adam Ronis, the fantasy sports treat, with your latest Roto clip as we continue in our series of picks in the first round and what you should do at every slot. And today we're talking about the third overall pick. Now, we talked about how easy it was at the second overall pick in our last video. The third one's kind of easy, too. I mean, probably going to be Peterson and Chris Johnson at number one and number two. At the third overall pick, it's just, I hate to use a cliche, but it's a no-brainer to take Maurice Jones-Drew pretty much because he's going to score more touchdowns than Ray Rice. The two are both versatile backs, powerful running backs for little guys, but, this should be a quick video.
It really should. I mean, MGD is the Jaguars' offense. Bottom line, he's going to get most of the carries, he's going to get goal line carries, and he's going to get passes thrown his way. In a PPR league, extremely valuable.
But would there be any situation, would you take Ray Rice or anybody else over Maurice Jones-Drew? I think I can't see where you take Rice over Maurice Jones-Drew in any situation. But in a two-quarterback league at the third pick, maybe you have to consider Drew Brees if he doesn't go first two, or maybe Peyton Manning. So talking about alternative leagues, you could see quarterbacks going at that third pick.
Yeah, that's the only exception. In a two-quarterback league, if I did have the third pick, I might take a quarterback. I've played in two-quarterback leagues before. It is integral.
You've played in every kind of league.
Exactly. It is integral to get that number one quarterback pretty early on. So that would be the only exception. And even then, I probably wouldn't, especially if you're in one of those two quarterback leagues where you're starting two running backs and you have a flex. I would still go MJD, get my quarterback maybe in the second round.
Again, an easy slot. And, we've heard people say, I can pick where I draft in the first round. And you have leagues like that where you can pick where you have your first round selection. I like number 3 because you're guaranteed a superstar running back. And, in a 10-team league, it's not too bad on the swing. You'll still be towards the back, but you'll still be getting a superstar running back. Basically, it's like maybe the bottom rung I want to be at for a superstar running back, and coming around on the turn where I'm not the very last.
Yeah, I agree. I think anywhere from 3, 4, 5 is a good spot to pick because you'll get an MJD, a Gore, a Turner, Ray Rice, Andre Johnson, any of those guys. And I'm fine with any of them. And then on the turn, you're going to get still one of the top 10 wide receivers in the second round. So if there's an ideal place to pick this year, I think it's anywhere in the 3, 4, 5 spot.
Yeah, and while you have to wait a long time for that second pick, maybe at 1, 2, or 3, remember, when you come back at the end of that second round, you're going to pick early in the third round. So I always like that you can knock out 2 picks pretty close to each other.
Certainly. I think that's a great position to pick, and you're going to wind up with 3 solid players to start your draft.
And Jones-Drew, he's money. Use another cliche, he's money in the bank. He is one of the few running backs left as we've seen a shift towards the pairings in a lot of backfield that can shoulder the load. They don't have a great passing game, but Jones-Drew gets it done. He's built very powerfully, a lower body, and keeps his center of gravity low, and he's versatile. He's explosive in the open field, and he's a fantasy franchise player.
Yeah, and there might have been people last year who had some concerns. Could he handle the workload? I think he showed that he can. No concerns. Take him at number 3, and you are starting off great in your draft.
Adam's like fumbling because he can't think of anything else to say. It's like, what do you really
call.
say?
It's
Number
a slam
3.
dunk.
It's an easy call. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm Scott Engel for Adam Ronis for RotoExperts.com. If you want more videos like this, register for the exclusive Edge package where you get videos with advanced fantasy football strategies, including auction leagues and a whole lot of other good stuff. I'm Scott Engel from Adam Ronis, the Fantasy Sports Treat, and we'll see you again.